Hey guys, it's me. Long time no see. I know I've been gone for like ever. I'm so sorry. I've been working my butt off at my job because, you know, YouTube is not my job, unfortunately. But yeah. But anyway, I have been, though, something I've been looking forward to every day when I come home from my very long and exhausting job is watching Love Island USA. I've been a Love Island fan since forever. Like, I've been watching Love Island for years now. Like, it's actually so weird. It feels like, I don't know, it feels so weird to know that so many other people are now watching the show and like are so into it. It's like so weird because I was always into it, and it's like so weird to see so many other people be into it. Like, I literally have a video about Love Island games from last year. And before that, I mean, I never like actually like made videos about Love Island that much. I just kind of watched it because I was just a fan of it. Like, I just kind of watched it casually, and then I would like tweets about it and stuff. Like, I loved being on Twitter during season 10, the UK version. For some reason, I couldn't log into Hulu, so I couldn't watch the UK version. So I was like, you know what? The US version is on Peacock. I have Peacock. Let me just see what's going on. Shit was juicy as hell. And ever since I clicked that out of boredom, I was hooked. And like seeing how many other people like started becoming obsessed with the show like in real time was crazy. I started at the beginning, like I was watching the episodes as they aired since the first episode of season 6. But I have been watching Love Island USA since forever. Like, what y'all know about Selly and Justine, bro? What y'all know about that? What y'all know about Timmy and Zeta? Okay, like, please. Not too much, y'all. Not too much. You still new around this block. But anyway, no, I'm just kidding. I'm not gatekeeping. I don't care. I'm so happy the show is getting so much recognition now because now I have more people to talk about it with. So yeah, I'm excited. But I wanted to say my hot takes kind of and just like kind of my opinions about the season in general. Now, I'm not going to be talking about a lot of people. I'm really just going to be talking about mainly like the OGs that stayed for a long time. Basically, the people who stayed in the house the longest is basically who I'm talking about. Because everyone else, like, there were bombshells that would be in for like literally like a day or two and then get sent home. Or like the Casa girls were not really like important because they all ended up going home at the end of the day. Because like it was so obvious that they were just like stepping stools to get back to their girls. Like, we all know that the Casa girls were not lasting, okay? So I feel like there's not really a need to talk about them, and there's not really a need to talk about a lot of the bombshells or like the OGs from the beginning that kind of got kicked off, like Koi and I think her name's Hannah. Like, I feel like there's just not really a need to talk about them because they kind of didn't do anything. Koi is like a nonchalant dude, like literally like him being 6'8" or something was his only personality trait. Other than that, he did nothing. So that was useless. But now apparently he's on social media running his mouth about Janae. So that's a whole nother story, but okay. And then Hannah, she was really cool. She was such a good vibe. I don't think she really connected with anybody. I think she was coupled up with Kendall at the beginning, but I don't think that went anywhere. And I don't think Kendall was even really into her. I think he was just like kind of being with her just to like push himself ahead. So yeah. But we're going to talk about like the people that stayed in the longest and I feel like had the biggest impact on the season. And I'm just gonna give my personal opinions and thoughts about them and like some of the choices they made. But we're gonna start off with Janae. Janae is my absolute favorite girl in that house. Like, I loved her so much. She's so like bubbly and sweet and fun. And she's hilarious. She's like the most unserious person ever. And it's actually funny watching people not get her sense of humor. Like, people mistake her as a pick-me because she like says stupid shit like, I'm gonna change his oil and I'll change your oil, you know, like I'll fix your tires. She's not being for real. Like, that girl ain't lifting a pinky to do anything for a man. Like, I don't know why y'all are taking her seriously. That shit is hilarious. But that is my girl. I love her so much. I don't like the way a lot of people treated her in that villa because they were treating her like she wasn't the baddest one in there. Like, she was literally the baddest girly in there. She was the baddest bitch in there. And they was really playing her. And I don't like that. But Janae, just know if she ever sees this, I absolutely love you and adore you. And you are a queen. A queen, let me tell you. Like, can Kenny fight? Because I want it to be my turn. Next, Serena. I absolutely love Serena as well. I loved how outspoken Serena was. Serena was always, she's such a girl's girl. She was always riding for the girl. She'd be the first one up there like, what'd you say? you're not about to gang up on my girl. I'll tell you that. Like, not too much on my girl. And then what you gonna say?
Not too much on my girl. And then what you gonna say?
What she said.
No.
No, she was like that. She was that girl. Like, she was not playing. And I respect that about her so much. Like, that girl was just black, and I loved her. I loved everything about her. She was so authentic and so herself and such a real person. Like I think that's what I love the most about this season is how they react. Like, you can tell they're not thinking about like, I need to do this because the public might see this as wrong, or the public might see me as a bitch, or blah blah blah. Like, they were just doing stuff the way they like authentically. And I think that's why Serena comes across like so well, because she was just so authentically herself, and the way she would react to situations is how people would literally react in the real world. Y'all sitting up here like acting like these people got to take the moral high ground every time. Like, no, realistically, that's not what would happen. Like, in real life, no one would be acting like that. You would be livid, you would be tweaking out. And I love that she was just so real. And she's also beautiful, stunning chocolate queen. So you already know she's my second favorite girl. I absolutely loved her. Leah, I like Leah. I think she's really funny, first of all. I think she's hilarious. I really do think that she's a really good person. And I think she's always trying to better herself, and she's always trying to like grow, and I really respect that about her. Also, she had the most iconic one-liners. Like, I literally quote her all the time. I think she's so funny. Like, I absolutely love her, and like seeing how much attention she's getting is so amazing to see. I love it. She's like the first Love Island USA contestant to like break 1 million followers, which is so impressive, and I love that for her. She's a beautiful, stunning queen. Y'all should go ahead and get Serena and Janae up there as well. Thank you. But yeah, no, I love her. But she did do things though that kind of like irked me the wrong way. Like, she was very hot-headed, and she would say things out of anger that were like kind of very out of pocket. Like, I mean, honestly, some people will argue that the Rob thing, like her getting mad at Rob, was like one of those times, but honestly, I don't think so. Like, I would have, and that's just because I think in that situation, I probably would have reacted very similarly. Because, like, what are you doing? Like, but we'll talk about that later when I talk more about Rob. But, there were things like the whole Connor situation with Janae, like the way she was kind of joking about stealing Connor, and not even because she genuinely liked him. It was because she just wanted to get back at Rob for picking Andrea over her. Like, that was really weird because it was at the expense of Janae's feelings. And I didn't really like that much, you know? So that was kind of not cool on her end. I'm sorry. Like, I'm going to be honest. Like, that was not really cool. And like Connor making fun of Janae, and then her kind of like also making fun of Janae with him. Like, that was so weird. Like, why are you not defending your girl? And keep in mind, her, Serena, and Janae are like the closest girls in that villa. Like, out of everyone else, they are the closest girls. But like, some of the stuff that she did, you wouldn't even think that. Like, I would be like, really? Her? Because, like, the way she used to do Janae, especially at the beginning, was, like... And she just made a lot of, like, sly comments to her, which I didn't really like, if I'm being honest. She did gaslight a little bit, I'm not gonna lie. She did. Sometimes she would, like, exaggerate things or, like, kind of gaslight people into making things sound different than what they actually were. It was... I don't know. She rubs me the wrong way sometimes, but like, I don't hate her for that. Like, I just think, and I think she's grown a lot since that point. So I'm not going to sit here and act like she's a bad person or anything because of that. Like, I really don't think she is. And I think she's grown a lot since then, since the beginning of the show. And I don't think she would do a lot of the stuff that she did at the beginning now. So I definitely think she's cool, and I think she's hilarious, and yeah, but just, yeah, some stuff at the beginning kind of rubbed me the wrong way, which is why I don't think I could, like, really root for her as much as I can for Janae and Serena, but, she definitely has her moments, and she's grown a lot since the beginning, so I'm not even gonna, like, fully fault her for that. But it's also weird that she was like, oh, that's not your boyfriend, to Janae when she was, like, upset about the situation, when she literally did the same thing with Rob. And actually, her and Rob were technically coupled up for less time, I think, than Janae and Connor were. So, like, she just rubbed, like, there was just stuff that she did at the beginning that rubbed me the wrong way. But honestly, since then, she didn't really do anything like that really made me upset or anything after that. But I think she's cool. Like I said, and if Janae's cool with her, then clearly they must have worked it out. So I'm not gonna hold a grudge on Janae's behalf if Janae doesn't even feel that way. So it's okay. Next, Nicole. Nicole, I think she's just kind of boring. I didn't really like pay attention to her that much. She seems really nice and she seemed really cool. But she wasn't really memorable. I don't really remember a whole lot about her, if I'm being honest. She's cool though. Like, I really don't have that much to say about her. Like, I feel very neutral about her. Like, I don't hate her. I don't love her. She's cool. Liv, my Aussie Barbie. I love her. She's such a queen. She stayed calling people out. Same as Serena. That's what I loved about them. Like, they used to tag team that. Like, they was not playing. They used to get down. Like, they would just, I loved, like, the Casa Amor recoupling might have been, like, my favorite thing ever, because the way freaking Liv would just tag team and, like, call everyone out. She'd be like, what? I can't hear, like, she was just gagging them, and I loved every second of it. And the way that she lifted the girls up, I know people tried to call her a bitch on, like, Twitter and stuff, but I really don't think she is. Like, that is a girl's girl through and through. The way she would lift these girls up, the way she would, like, the way these men would play them and just kick them down, and they would just feel so upset and hurt, and then, like, Liv would just try to make them love themselves and, like, have that self-worth and, like, just, like, respect themselves. Like, bro, if I was in there, I would probably be very similar to Liv. I'm gonna be honest. Like, I think I would be the most like Liv or Serena. Maybe a little bit more toned down because I'm still, like, non-confrontational, but, like, if some people, like, really try it, if some people really try to push the envelope, trust, you're getting a reaction out of me, and you're getting called out. Like, I don't care. But yeah, I loved Liv, and I wish she could have found somebody on, like, the love aspect of Love Island. She was not very good in that department. It didn't seem like she was really opening up to the people that she was coupled up with. So yeah, I don't know if it's because she just didn't really like them, the people that I feel like she was just settling every time, but I'm not sure. I really don't know, but I hope she finds love because she's really awesome. I thought she was a lot older because of the way she carries herself. Next is Kaylor. Kaylor, I honestly didn't mind Kaylor at the beginning. Like, I thought she was really cool. She's gorgeous, by the way. I love her. Like, every time I saw her, I was like, her eyes are so freaking beautiful. Her constantly crying over Aaron after Casa Amor was crazy. Even before, like the whole Casa Amor situation was just nuts. Like, she was doing too much. She was crying damn near every episode. Fuck Aaron. Like, girl, please, enough. Like, literally enough. Because this girl would sit here, bawl her eyes out over this man, and then would go crawling back to him the second chance she got. Like, it was ridiculous. I was like, what are you doing? Like, she didn't even make him work for it when he was fucking around in Casa. Like, he was cutting up in Casa, and she just kind of let him slide. Like, literally that same night he came back, she was like, oh yeah, I want to be single. Like, during the Casa Amor coupling, she was like, I don't want to be with him, I'm choosing to be single. Literally slept outside with him in Soul Ties. Like, girl, stand on business. And that's something I respect about Serena, because Serena stood on business. Serena made Cordell work for it after the Casa Amor recoupling when he picked Dea over her. Like, she made him work for it. She cussed him out. He tried to bring her breakfast. She threw that shit in his face. Like, she was not playing with him. And I really, I respect that. I think that was, like, the first time I've ever seen a girl on Love Island actually stand on business, like, and not get played. She really did make him work for it. Like I said, Serena, my favorite. I respect her so much. Those are kind of, like, the main girls. Like, I don't really feel the need to talk about anybody else. If you want my opinions on other people, let me know. So this video is already gonna be super long, so I'm just trying to get through, like, the main people, and then if we can honestly talk about the rest in the comments if you want to talk about, like, the Casa girls and all those other people below. You could drop your opinions about Casa girls or some of the bombshells that came in. Like, I honestly think Nigel and Cassidy, I think that's her name, the two that came in with Kenny, they were done so dirty. Like, that recoupling where they, like, had to stand behind the islander that they wanted to keep, that was horrible. That was such a horrible thing to do. Especially because they'd only been there for, like, a day or two. Like, that was horrible. That sucked. I felt really bad, especially for Cassidy, because she had no one behind her. That was brutal. But yeah, but if you want to talk about any of them or whatever, Put it in the comments. Cordell. We're moving on to the men now, by the way. We're moving on to the boys. Cordell is like so nice, like such a good guy, such a gentleman. Like he really is such a lover boy. Like he saw Serena and he knew what he wanted and he was so patient. He's such a patient, understanding guy. And on top of that, he's just really sweet and he's very genuine, I feel like. And I really, really love him. Like I honestly forgot he had a famous brother or whatever because I really did, like, Cordell is such a good person on his own. Like, he shines on his own. He doesn't even, like, I forgot about that, honestly. Literally after he mentioned it, I totally forgot about it until they kept bringing it up. And I'd be like, oh yeah, he's like a Nepo sibling. But, yeah, he's so cool. I love the way he carried himself throughout the show. Like, even when he messed up, he was never, like, blaming the girl, or like he was never blaming Serena, or he was never like projecting or ever invalidating how she felt. He let her feel all of her feelings and he loved all of her feelings. He respected all her feelings. He wanted her to feel those feelings and he was always so patient and gracious with her. And bro, that is what a man looks like. He's kind of a little bit of an airhead, but he's so goofy, so funny, so kind, such a good human being. Like he's great. Like I would love to be like, I literally feel like I'm friends with these people. Like I would so be friends. Like I was just thinking about, I was like, bro, the way I get along with these people so well, like they're my people. Really respect Cordell a lot. Kendall was actually at the beginning before Casa, he was so lovable. He was so likable. I loved Kendall. I thought he was amazing. I loved his friendship with the girls. He always had their backs. He was always riding for them. He was always standing up for them. He would stand up for the girls to the guys. I was like, like I loved that about him. Like it was so, like the way he was at the beginning of the show was so amazing. Like I thought he was amazing. But like after Casa, like during Casa and after Casa, like the way he kind of switched up on the girls and the way he was being such an instigator and telling Cordell that him and Day are light years ahead of him and Serena. What? Like, it was just, he just made a lot of like weird side comments after that and microaggressions. And I feel like, and something he always has done, even before Casa, was trying to get Cordell to steer away from Serena. And that's another thing I love about Cordell, by the way. The fact that he never listened to those motherfuckers. He was always like, no, that's my girl, and that's who I'm sticking with. I don't care what anybody has to say about it. I'm following my heart, and my heart is telling me to be with Serena, so I'm gonna be with Serena. I don't care what y'all have to say. I don't care if y'all, like, that was so weird. Like, the whole comment, and, like, the whole thing with, oh, that's how you want your future wife to talk to you? Hello? Like, that's how you want your future husband to act? Like, you do realize that the reason she's reacting like that is because of something that Cordell had done to her. Do you not understand that? Like, maybe he shouldn't have done that to her. You were hyping him up to do that to her. And now you're mad at her for reacting? He was so weird. Like, I also heard that he, like, got something leaked. I don't really know because I haven't seen it or I haven't seen anything about it. I just kept hearing people talk about it. And that is so not okay. Like, I don't really like Kendall that much. Like, don't get me wrong. It's not my cup of tea. But that's so violating and not an okay thing to do. I think he can make a comeback, though. I'm not fully against Kendall, though. I don't, like, fully hate him. But I definitely like him a lot less than I did at the beginning, for sure. Aaron. Honestly, Aaron is very funny and lovable. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. He has a very bubbly personality. He's very nice and very cool. And his friendships, the friendships that he had, like, with the girls and everything like that was so, like, cute to watch. I really liked that. Unfortunately, that's where the compliments for Aaron stopped because he was very, like, annoying. Other than that, like, he, like, the way he was, like, jumping down the girl's throat for picking Janae over Andrea simply because of Rob. Like, he was so emotional for Rob all the time. He never got like that with Kaylor. Literally, when Kaylor was like, I don't even want to be with you anymore, I want to be single, I'm not doing this. He had no reaction to that. Like, literally none. Like, he damn near lost this girl and did not react at all. Did not care. Every time she felt some type of way, he invalidated it. But Rob's over here crying. Rob's trying to open up to you. Rob's trying to open up to you. Sorry, guys, my video stopped recording. But back to what I was saying. Yeah, Aaron was just really emotional for Rob, and he didn't really have that same energy towards Kaylor, which was kind of weird because, like, hello, Kaylor is the one you're in a couple with, not Rob? Like, do you want to be with Rob instead? Or like, anyway, the way he just gaslit her and like never told her the full story about anything. And I honestly think that's why their Casa Amor situation ended up dragging out for so long. It was literally just because he was not upfront and honest with her from the beginning. Which is, if he did, it wouldn't have been an issue. So, a mess. A mess. Miguel is a player. He came in as a player. He literally got, he was interested in how many girls? I don't even, like all of them, basically. But he bombshelled though. Like nobody bombshelled the way Miguel did. The way he had these girls just lining up to pull him for chast was crazy. But, and understandable. He's fine. Can't even lie. He's fine. That's fine. Him, Cordell, Kenny, so attractive. Love them. But, yeah. He's really, like, yeah. I kind of thought he was a player at first. I was like, I don't know. But he really, like, he's so real, though. Like, one thing I loved about him was every time he was, like, kind of being, he would always be honest about it. And I respect that. Like, hey, like, at least he was upfront and honest. Like, yeah, I did this, and this, and I want to do this, and this, and yep, this is what happened. Like, he was so honest about it. And I can't even fault him for that. But he's so funny also. Like, he's hilarious. The only thing I didn't like about him sometimes was, again, same thing as Kendall. He would make, like, little comments. I kind of didn't like that. He would make, like, very similar comments to Kendall about Serena and stuff, and I kind of didn't like that. But I think they worked it out, and I think they're all, like, really close and, like, good friends now. So I'm not tripping about it. Next is Kenny. Yeah. I didn't say his name like that, and I felt like that was such a missed opportunity. I should have. Kenny is an absolute sweetheart. He's so kind, so respectful. He's such a gentleman. Like, he might be like one of the most, if not the most mature and respectful dudes in there. He's also one of the only ones with an actual career, which is kind of funny that people were trying to say he was scamming and saying that he didn't really like Janae and stuff. Like, I think people really like misunderstood his personality because he's very shy and introverted, and he's not very talkative, and he's like this with everyone, by the way. If you watch the show and you've seen him, you can kind of tell he's not very talkative. Like, he's like that with everybody. Like, people will talk to him and he actually just won't answer them. Like, it's actually funny. Like, he'll just kind of react, like, with his face. I think people mix that up with being uninterested in Janae, which he just has a completely different personality. But you could definitely tell he loved that girl down. Like, you could tell by his facial expressions, his body language, he was into her. They were glued at the hip. Like, once they got recoupled back together after Casa, they were glued at the hip. Like, they were like this, okay? And now they're talking about getting married and all this other stuff. Like, yeah, that's my ship, honestly. I love them together. But, yeah, Kenny is so nice. He's such a nice, genuine person. And he's actually really funny. Like, I know people try to say he was boring, and he kind of was at first. Like, I was like, I didn't know how to feel about him at first. I'm not even gonna lie. I was like, okay. But, like, once he started coming out of his shell and stuff more, he's so funny. Like, he's so funny. He's so lovable. Really a nice guy. Rob. Lord, he has the longest, like, thing about him. I'm not a fan. Like, let's just start there. I think if Rob was ugly, people would not with him at all. Like, they would not like him. They would just absolutely despise him. Like, that pretty privilege is taking him a very long way. This all started with Leah because he kind of blindsided her. Like, when Andrea came in, like, he just randomly completely lost interest in her, apparently, according to him. Completely lost interest in her. At first he was saying that he was going back and forth between them, but then he started saying that, oh, actually, no, I don't like you, and I don't like this about you, and I don't like that about you, and I basically don't want to be with you, I want to be with her. And I was like, like, completely blindsided her. I thought that was so messed up. Also, the sun's going down, so if my video's getting darker as we go on, that's why. Sorry. Yeah, I was just completely gaslighting her and, like, invalidating how she felt and saying that she needed to care about his feelings while he was shitting on hers. Like, it was so weird, that whole situation. And then, like, the dramatics. You're sending 3 home. He didn't leave. He's still there. And then he had the nerve. Apparently, Janae actually mentioned this in an interview. Apparently, he told Janae to her face that she should have been the one to go home and not Andrea. That's crazy. And to think, if Janae went home, she would have never met Kenny. Like, I don't want to think about that. Like, that's horrible. No. It was meant to be. She was supposed to be there. She was meant to be there. Okay? And also, you know what's crazy about this? Now that they're out of the villa, Rob doesn't even like Andrea anymore. He doesn't even want to talk to her. He doesn't want to continue that relationship.
Andrea. She said after she left that she would love to rekindle things with you. Would you want to give your guys' relationship a shot in the real world or no?
I mean, I've been talking to her a little bit, but it's not like, I think once again, like, it's probably better if we just kind of like keep our distance for now. Like, kind of like, it's a lot has happened.
Like, ugh, ew, gives me the ick so bad. Like, I can't. And also him saying that Janae gave him the ick, like, what? I don't like that. I don't like that. And especially, it makes it even worse now knowing that they were not friends and he made her very uncomfortable, like, after the whole Andrea situation. Like, he just, honestly, he made everybody uncomfortable after the whole Andrea situation. The way he kept dragging that shit out, knowing damn well, and just for him to not even want to be with her, why were you doing all this then? Why were you going around calling Leah batshit crazy and yelling at her and ganging up on her and all this stuff when you didn't even want to be with her? I don't care how attractive y'all think he is. He is not getting a fan out of me, I know that. So, sorry. All this time we thought Miguel was the one that was being a player and like a... But it turns out it was actually Rob the whole time, so... I didn't write him down because I literally forgot about him, but I also wanted to talk about Connor for a minute. Hated him. He was so rude to Janae. Like, he basically used her as a placeholder. And then the second the girl that he actually wanted was interested in him, he jumped ship immediately. And then had the nerve to start shading Janae afterward. Like, ew. And he got his karma. And Janae used his own words against him. I know, that's right. She said this was not a hard decision. Exactly, Janae. Clock it. Okay, and then lastly, I'm just going to talk about the couples and their dynamics and how I feel about their dynamics. So we're going to talk about the final four, and then we're going to talk about Aaron and Kaylor too, because they're the only other, like, pretty, like, decently strong couple in the show. So we're going to talk about Nicole and Kendall first. I don't really have anything to say about them. I feel like they genuinely do like each other, for sure. Like, I definitely think there's something there. I don't know if it's romantic or if it's they just really like each other's company. I don't really know what it is. Or maybe they do really genuinely like each other. I don't know. I really can't tell. Because everything they do seems just kind of performative to me. Like, they seem like they literally, like, watched a bunch of Love Island before this and they just copied, like, the most successful couples on the previous seasons. Like, their journey is literally, like, the most picture-perfect version of a Love Island couple. I feel like they honestly just wanted to win. I'm gonna be honest. Like, sorry. I mean, their speeches at the end, though, really did get me, though. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. Fake or not, that shit got me, okay? That got me. Leah and Miguel. Miguel's speech to Leah at the end was actually so beautiful. Like, I was not expecting him to do that. Like, I was not expecting him to go crazy like that with the pen. He ate that down, I'm not even gonna lie. I really think they have a really cute dynamic. I love them together. They're so goofy and fun. And I feel like they made each other's experience so much better. Now, do I see that working? Like, do I see them being seriously in a relationship with each other? I don't know. I mean, maybe. And from the way it seems on social media, it seems like Miguel wants to be official with Leah, so that's really awesome if that's the case, because I couldn't really tell. But yeah, if they end up really being serious, then that's awesome, and I'm really happy for them because I think they have a really beautiful dynamic with each other. So I really like them together. I really found myself enjoying seeing Leah and Miguel, like, get to know each other. I thought it was really cute. Serena and Cordell, love them down, bro. The friendship to lovers arc that they had was so beautiful, and I think that's why they ended up being, like, the strongest couple in the show, because they built their friendship first and they started vibing as just two people, just two friends. And I think when the feelings started to come with that, it was just so much stronger than everyone else, and you could, like, feel it. You could feel how strong they felt towards each other, especially Cordell. Cordell was down bad from the beginning, but Serena, like, opening up out of her shell, and now she, like, Zendaya laughs at everything Cordell does. It's, like, the cutest thing ever. I absolutely love them together. They are so precious, and I love them. I love Black love, okay? I love seeing them win. The UK could never. I love them down. Like, they're so cute together. And their dynamic is everything. They're so goofy and fun, and I love them so much. And then lastly, for the final four anyway, Kenny and Janae, I love them together. I think they're so cute. I actually think they are gonna last the longest. I'm not even gonna lie. I think they might go the distance because they talk about marriage and shit. Like, they're serious. They're like, this is my wife. Like, what are you talking about? Like this is my husband. Like, I love them together so much. I love that their personalities are complete opposites because I feel like it balances them out so well. Like, because Kenny brings out that like calmness in Janae. Like, he calms her down, and I feel like Janae brings out Kenny, like she brings Kenny out of his shell more, and he starts to act more goofy and silly. And I think their dynamic is so cute and beautiful, and I love them so much. I think they're so cute, and I really think they're gonna last. I think they might last the longest out of everyone. Either, like, it's definitely between them and Serena and Cordell, but I think that they really might go that distance for real because they are so cute together and they're so compatible, and they're both such lovers. They're both such, like, he's such a lover boy, she's such a lover girl, and it's really cute because they give each other the same energy but in different ways, and I think it balances out so beautifully, and they're so beautiful together. They're so cute. So cutie. Editing me again. Also, Janae speaking Spanish to him, that was so beautiful because only he understood it. Only her and him. Only her and him. Only he and her understood it. I don't know how to English. They're my favorite. I voted for them, but I was not mad that Cordell and Serena won because they were also up there. Like, I literally had so much trouble deciding who I wanted to vote for, if I wanted to vote for them or the other, because they were both so cute and beautiful, and I thought they both deserved to win. So yeah, but yeah. Also, Leah and Miguel being second place is kind of crazy, I'm not gonna lie, because they clearly had the weakest connection out of all the couples that were up there, but I digress. I know Leah has a lot of fans though, so, and I know they're new to Love Island, so they're just voting for her because they like her and not because she's in a strong couple. So it is what it is. That's what happens when new people catch on to shit. And the last couple I'm just gonna talk about, just because Aaron and Kaylor, I don't think they're gonna last. If I'm being honest, I don't think Aaron fully respects Kaylor, if I'm being honest, and I think Kaylor is just she's just too much of a pushover. Like, he'll do something and she'll just kind of like let it go way too fast and way too easily for me, and I don't know how that'll work, like long term. I don't know how long that will, like, they can keep doing that. So yeah, I don't know, because I'm like, the way she lets him off so easily every time, it's bound to happen again. Okay, so I don't really know. I don't know if they'll work. If they do, hey, whatever. Because I do think that there's something there. I do think that they really do genuinely like each other. I just don't know how compatible they are as a couple, but I think they would be great friends for sure. So yeah, that's my opinions. Oh wow, okay, I just hit that. That was okay. Also, a couple other things I didn't like about this season. I didn't like Harrison and Cassie being bombshells. No, we don't care. I don't know why. They literally spent a whole episode on Harrison going on dates. Like, why do they think we gave a fuck about that? Like, I don't understand. I think instead, like, they should have done, like, for example, the baby challenge. They didn't do that this year. That kind of sucked because that would have been funny to watch probably. Or like the talent show, like, and the unseen bits, bro. Like, of course, the one cast I actually would have watched the unseen bits for, they cut it completely. That was annoying. So yeah, those were a few things that I also was a little bit bugged by, but it's okay. But those are my opinions about Love Island USA. Let me know what you guys think about my opinions in the comments below. Let me know if you agree, if you disagree, if you have anybody else you want to talk about. Yeah, that's all I have to say for now. So yeah, thank you for sitting here and letting me fangirl to you for like who knows how long. I've been recording forever, so I really don't know. But thank you guys for watching and tuning in. Love you. Bye.